Hi, Banners. It's time to tackle one of the harder scales because it's just a bunch of new notes. So that's going to be G major 2 octaves. All right, so if you're working towards this, one of the things I want you to look down below is there's going to be a little snippet clip fingering chart that has just the high F sharp and the high G fingering, just in case you can't find your book or something else as you're doing this. All right, so with any sharp scale, and this is G major, so that's 1 sharp, the 7th note is the note that's tricky and usually the most difficult. So being is that we have G, A, B natural, C, D, E natural, F sharp, G. All right, and same in the top octave. So a few tips and tricks for the bottom octave. So as we're working on the bottom octave, going E to F sharp is going to be more tricky. So you may want to practice that transition a couple of times because you have to do a lot of rolling and sliding of this first finger. All right, so do that. And then when you're done and you feel like you can do it, let's go ahead and let's play it slowly at 68 beats a minute. So pause here if you need to. All right, so 68 beats a minute, first octave of starting on low G of G major. And 1, 2, ready. Good. And in all honesty, that octave is a pretty easy one as you're doing it. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take just a second to review the high fingerings, right? So you have high E, check that out. Okay, check out what high F sharp is, right? So you have an open finger, 2, 3, 4, 5, open finger on G, low F key, and your resonance key. You can have your whisper key on here if you want, if you're going to high G. That's also fine. I know it doesn't say on the fingering chart, but you can or you cannot. Either way is fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to play high E, high F sharp, and high G, back down to high F sharp, back down to high E, and we're going to hold them all for 4 counts. All right, and we're going to put 4 counts of rests in between. So play high E for 4 counts, rest for 4 counts, high F sharp for 4 counts, rest for 4 counts, high G, and then back down. All right, so let's go ahead and give it a try. We're setting at 80 beats a minute, so pause here if you need to review. All right, 80 beats a minute, high note review for G major. Starting on high E. 1, 2, ready. Alright, so you can just keep reviewing through that, and that's an awesome way for you to get familiar with these high note fingerings. You just do that over and over again. So keep going back to that timestamp every time that you need it. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to play the top octave much slower at 68. And if we reviewed, we should be pretty comfortable with these fingerings now. Alright, top octave of G major at 68. Pause if you need to. The high part of your scale starting on middle G. 1, 2, ready. Okay, little tip and trick for this. If you feel like the notes just aren't coming out, but you know you have the right fingers, like, yes, I'm 100% confident, then go back into the review portion where we were going over the fingerings, try it again, and now check to see if you're just really flat all the time, especially up here. That can usually mean that your throat's too open, your tongue is too low and dipping up to the reed like this or neutral, instead of arched and raised to help these high notes come out. So if you need to do that, but now we're going to put both the octaves together. So here's both octaves at 68. And 1, 2, ready. pause here, go back, review anything that you need to, and the next is going to be at 72. All right, here's both octaves of G major at 72. And 1, 2, ready. Alright, so next is going to be at 76, so pause here if you need to review. Alright, so now we're going to do 76 beat per minute, both octaves of G major. And 1, 2, ready. Alright, so next is going to be the final one, which is 80 beats per minute. Pause here if you need to. Alright, so now we're going to do 80 beats per minute, both octaves of G major. 1, 2, ready. And there you go, not too hard, both octaves of G major.